This weekend will mark 15 years since the 9/11 terror attack. And while it's a time of reflecting for not only those who are remembering the brave first responders from that day, but also the emergency crews who answer the call every day. That was part of the reason behind the Blue Mass this evening at St. Timothy's Catholic Church. Not the typical Thursday Mass at St. Timothy's. This is a Blue Mass, an honor to all first responders, including those lost in the 9/11 attack. Columbus Public Safety Director Ned Pettis says the attack 15 years ago failed to undermine our values or weaken our spirit.
Americans continue to embrace democratic values and fundamental liberties instead of fear and oppression.
Pettis says the work and dedication of the first responders in New York saved an estimated 25,000 lives that day, something that's not lost on the citizens across the country or here at home.
If officers and first responders don't feel that support, then why do they want to do it, And so knowing that the community needs us is one of those things, but knowing the community appreciates us is a huge benefit.
Regardless of the jurisdiction or the faith, the Blue Mass is an acknowledgement of support.
There are challenges that we have, but it's good to speak about the role of the first responders. The firemen, the policemen, the emergency crews. It's good to remember them.
Now, the Blue Mass first started 80 years ago by Catholic priests in Baltimore. It was originally scheduled around the birthday of St. Michael. That's the patron saint of police officers. But of course, Colleen, you can have a Blue Mass at any time to respect those who wear the blue.
Yeah, and also new at 11 tonight, the Ohio State House is marking the 15th anniversary of the September 11th attacks with a stunning tribute on the West Lawn. Earlier tonight, 2,977 flags were planted, each representing someone who died on 9/11. A group of Columbus firefighters were among the volunteers setting out those flags today.
I think to us as firemen it really was an awakening to a lot of people of what we actually do in our jobs. 343 firemen lost their lives that day, and it's a great way for us to help remember that and memorialize them in what we do to here today in Columbus.
This is the 14th year for the display at the State House. The public can view that memorial all weekend until 5 o'clock Monday night. Well, with the 15th anniversary of 9/11 just 3 days away, an American flag that flew at Ground Zero in the hours after the attacks is back on display. The flag was the centerpiece of an iconic photo. Disappeared for more than a decade, but it was turned up 2 years ago, given it back by an unidentified man. It is now in a glass case on display at the September 11th Museum in New York City.